Hello everybody, today we're going to be looking at Bibbia, which is a bullet hell game with a twist. It's a twist in that you're not plainly or only using the directional keys or the WASD keys. In this case it's the arrows. There's a bit of a caveat involved. And if you've played an MMORPG, you have a step up in this. If you're one of those people that has to like poke at keys, you're in for a bit of a rough awakening. I know what you're thinking. That you're implying that you have to type. Yeah. Yes, you do. That's not a bad thing. In fact, I argue it probably makes it better for learning how to type quickly and in stressful situations, because that's exactly what this game does. If you are not good at bullet hell games, oh boy, because you got to be good at bullet hell games, you got to be really good at typing while trying to do something else. Now, that I'm sure that sounds a little clunky. I'll tell you at first, I had to skip forward past my first attempt because my first attempt was really clumsy and I was trying to learn the controls and what I was doing. But yeah, this is where they teach you have to type. At first I was like, what? I actually have to type things? But it grew on me. Excuse me, it grew on me because it got to be satisfying when you were able to dodge, well, incoming projectiles while still typing and just feeling like, wow, I've gotten a lot better at this. Now, if that's not your thing, well, maybe it might not be your kind of game. But this is only the tutorial enemy. I think he throws like maybe one, max like two things at you ever at once. We'll be getting into the second and third bosses rather soon, but I'm going to skip past my first attempt here, show you my second attempt, because once I've finally gotten used to the game a bit. If you do decide to play this, which I recommend that you do if you like this, do yourself a favor and look at the bottom of the screen. I never really did that my first few times, like the first few bosses. I never realized that at the bottom of the screen it tells you what you're going to type. So if you're like me where you can do a big speed burst of typing, that will help you. Okay, I guess he does 5 at once. My bad. Okay, he does quite a few at once. But the point here is, my first few times I thought, oh, I can only see what I'm going to type right above my character. That's like it. No, that's not the case at all. I mean, they did do you a solid with that one. But yeah, eventually, the boss dies. The tutorial boss dies rather quickly and rather easily. That didn't look easy. Well, good God, you're in for a rough awakening. The second boss, I don't remember being that bad. I think I one-shot her. But, I mean, it wasn't exactly what I would call easy. I think she has bouncing projectiles off the walls, which I did not know about. But yeah, I'm not going to go over the whole story because that's a good point, a good part of this game. It's actually really funny. The in-between in the first and second missions, I loved it. And after the second mission, it was hilarious as well. And, but we're gonna cut forward here to the second boss here in a minute, or rather a few seconds, because that's the way I cut these clips together, and I'm doing this in post-commentary. Anyway, here we go. The second is a girl in a, well, room, and she's vomiting, and you can see this is quite a bit more complex than the first run. We're not gonna be spending a whole lot of time here, but yeah, you can see the different patterns emerging. I didn't really notice that they bounce off the walls because I was too busy trying to type. So you gotta be really perceptive if you want to do very well here. You do have a health system, as you might notice on the bottom left, but yeah, this is the boss that got me, and I quit on. I think I could have probably beat him. Is it a him or her? Baphomet, I think's asexual or something. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, this is where stuff gets real. They even mention it in the pre-encounter dialogue where you're going from the tutorial to, like, you know, World 7 difficulty here. For all I know, this is the final boss of the beta. I don't know that. I'm guessing. If I'm wrong, well, that's my bad. But you might go, good God, I don't know how you could ever do anything like this because, well, I mean, look at this. To be fair, I'm not doing too good of a job. But it gets worse. Oh yeah, this is just the beginning part of this fight. Yeah. Also, you might notice the combo thing on the top left. I think the way that works is the higher the combo, the more points you get. So there's a bit of a high score system as well if you want to challenge yourself once you get really good at the gameplay. If you mess up or mistype, you'll see it went red and the combo reset. It does. I don't think it costs you health to do that, but it will lower your, well, of course, your score in the long run if you do that, so... Yeah, you might also notice when I kind of got stuck there on the bottom left. That's because I didn't notice that thing on the bottom left. So again, you have to pay attention to your surroundings. And things you gotta spell get really out there. And I was like, oh my god, I don't even know how to spell half this stuff. But yeah, if you want to see how this ends, well, as you can see, you gotta be very precise with your movements. And they don't give you a lot of time at this point to just sit and type. Which, you know, doesn't help matters, considering they're asking you to type things you probably don't say in everyday conversation. As you can see, I'm down to 1 health, so 1 screw-up, which I was too busy paying attention to what I was supposed to type there. I think you get 2 hits per life. Or 2, I guess it's more than that. Apparently it's 3, maybe it was a weaker attack, but yeah. It's a fun game, I highly recommend you give it a try. So thank you guys very much for watching, hopefully I shall see you next time. Farewell until then.